i7 and a GTX 275. Which earlier I couldn't play any PC games because I was on my laptop. Never game on a laptop unless it's meant for gaming. But if you can go desktop. So I'm usually a FPS kind of fan. Play a lot of Halo, mostly some America's Army. RTS wise, I play Command and Conquer. I used to play Age of Empires, and an old Starcraft knockoff, which was Star Wars Ground War or something like that. It's pretty good. It had the same Starcraft 1 feel. Never actually played Starcraft 1 except for a torrent in school. But Starcraft 2 is the first real big multiplayer-wise, community-wise RTS I've ever played. So far, I love it. It's really nice. One thing I wish they could improve on is the dialogue. Some of it's kind of expected. I wish they could change that a little bit. Music's not bad. Although I was playing ODST earlier, and the soundtrack for ODST is just carries the game itself. Whereas StarCraft 2, it can kind of get a little bit annoying, so I usually play a little bit, play iTunes in the background, mute the music, especially in a multiplayer match. Try to get some adrenaline going. Oh, and how to do this, by the way, is you set a patrol point half an inch away from the start point, and that creates that spaz kind of movement in that center. And now we get some more nice ones. So if you like the commentary part, just comment. If you don't, just say that. Or if you just like it to be game related, just say so and I'll make it more game related. Or if you don't like commentary at all, it's really up to you guys. Alright, this was pretty big. Bit of a fail. No Phoenixes to back that one up. Zeratul killed two Nidus Worms by himself. That was pretty cool. And yet there are still very little detection coming from the Zerg side. I'm not on the 1,500 flaw side yet. This was a mistake. Don't send back all your forces, just kill one Ice Worm. Especially when he's flank open. Like that. Recently, there's been a lot more single-player, multiplayer missions, if that makes any sense. Well, it's not single-player, but it's first-person, almost. Third-person games coming out of StarCraft 2. It's pretty interesting. They have some modder created the ability to get items, in which it stays in. All you have to do is press numpad 0. And it opens up your item screen, and you can choose what items you want to have, what items you want to do. And I think this combined with an FPS game, which someone came out with a few months back, I think that's something that might actually make a first-person RPG in StarCraft 2, which is a third-person RTS. Doesn't make much sense, but I think it's possible. Oh, and sorry for this black screens. There's not much I can do about that. Just Sony Vegas and Fraps sometimes don't agree with each other. And sometimes I get entire video clips that are black, so I have to open up Pinnacle Studio, render out another video project, render that video out, import that video back into Vegas. That usually takes some time. That carriage is massive. Oh, we got corruptors rolling in. Thankfully, the good thing about the Protoss army is that they're shielded. So during those breaks, all the shields regenerate. So it's basically getting full health again, almost. Although I don't believe you can repair a shield in this. I might be wrong, but I don't think you can, which is unfortunate. I love Sonic Storms. They just look so devastating to the enemy forces. Except when it's against me, because I'm usually a Terran player, even though I probably played better as a Protoss. My worst race is definitely Zerg. I cannot macro for my life. I get steamrolled so easily. Can't crank out enough units fast enough. It's usually not pretty good.
Tanks commanding the Shield of Iron. Our matrix fields are within range. Engaging mass recall.
Now we get some more carriers and a mothership.
Hear me, but there is little time left. All that remains of our race, our civilization, are those that stand beside you now. Trust in each other. Strike as one will. Let our last stand burn a memory so bright we will be remembered forever. Entaro Tassadar!
Yeah, that was pretty cheesy. That's what I meant when I was talking about the dialogue earlier. But one thing I'm not a big fan of is, let's make our final stand and attack. Attack what? There's nothing to attack. We're on a small map. Well, half the map. That got a force that can steamroll any Zerg army.
Have engaged the enemy. With pride, I cannot maintain. Base is under attack. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Our suffering must end. You mistook her for the true threat. The Queen of Blades. How could we have known?
So I could probably just keep all my units in the center, just keep a mothership over it, and I don't think anybody could touch it if they didn't use hybrids at the end. The hybrids get really difficult to kill within the next 20 minutes. So I'm over the 1,500 limit. So I'm literally just letting the Zerg just walk in my base. Probably should have just made 5,000 cannons just for the heck of it. I had one guy in a 4v4 do that, and I'm the Silver League for 4v4 at the moment, so not the most skilled players. He actually built 200 cannons in the middle of the map, preventing any sort of rush or attack from the enemy team. It's kind of funny. So I have my entire air force just camping over their spawn point at the moment. Well, this is one of the 3.